Hey there, it's Gus Wagner with the Rocket Group, and here on this Sunday, holy cow, here on this Sunday afternoon, it's raining here in Jefferson City, Missouri. It's been raining all day, but they gave me plenty of time to work on some pieces here for the 31 days of LinkedIn. We just posted a new post up on rocketgroupllc.com. That's rocketgroupllc.com. If you just search Rocket Group or Gus Wagner, you'll get to the page eventually. Look or hit the hashtag 31 days of LinkedIn. Throughout these 31 days of LinkedIn, we've been talking about a lot of what to do as a personal profile, as a personal person on LinkedIn, things you should be doing to grow your interaction, grow your activity, grow your exposure on LinkedIn. So today we wanted to talk about what we could do to bring other people in to your increased interaction. And so it's what the headline of the post is today is professionally mingling on LinkedIn. And we asked the question, what can you do to involve your connections in your LinkedIn activities? Well, there's a lot of different, well, there's a lot of things you can do, but we talk about four different points through this. And I missed who jumped in here. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ping them out and stay connected to us as we go through the 31 days of LinkedIn. Um, the first thing you can do is you can just introduce your connections, your own LinkedIn connections to other LinkedIn connections that you might have. Maybe they are in communities you don't live in, so geographically similar connections that you have, professionally similar connections that you have, interest-based connections that you might have, that these two people, these three people with you in the middle could form some sort of communication or just something that might lead to greater activity, profit, and success for you. Um, the other thing you can do is invite them into your groups. Now, we talked about LinkedIn groups in previous posts. You are now active in several of them, whether they're industry specific, geographic specific, or interest specific. And you are active, you're reading what people are posting, you're interacting with people who are posting. If you want it to become an even more interactive LinkedIn group, see what the rules are first, but go out and invite your LinkedIn connections to connect with you. If I wanted to invite all my social media peers to connect on the Social Media Examiner page or the Social Media Success Summit LinkedIn group, those type of things, I could be doing things like that. So this is something that we think would be beneficial, and it gives you possibly a support system when you become more active. Maybe you're starting to publish some posts, and the people that you brought in are going to be more interactive with your posts than the regular audience that's there. Possibly something to think about. Something that I don't see a lot of people doing on LinkedIn, and I don't know if it's because it's a professional atmosphere of LinkedIn or it's the just people are too busy broadcasting their own content, but you can tag people in posts. You can mention people in LinkedIn posts just as you can on Facebook. Almost all the basic timeline interactions that you can do on Facebook, you can do on LinkedIn as well. So at mention somebody, at mention Gus Wagner, at mention Barack Obama, at mention Matthew McConaughey, whoever it is that you're trying to connect with, one or you are a connection with, and you might say, hey, Gus Wagner, you might be interested in this, and that would tag me, notify me to go to the content that you've posted to that and such. And then your connections are also seeing my name out there. Or if I did it for you, you would be exposed to all of my connections, or all my connections would be exposed to you, at least your name in a LinkedIn post. So if we're going to be more interactive on the LinkedIn, tagging somebody in there, I think is a really effective way to do it. And a lot of people are not doing it. So you can be that person who's tagging people effectively and professionally, not salesy. Hey, Gus Wagner, I want to sell you the latest water softener. That's not going to fly. But if you're like, hey, Gus Wagner, thought you'd see this post and thought it would be interesting, then take activities like that. Um, and we have an image on the blog to show you how exactly to do that if you don't know how to at tag somebody already. And then share their content. If these folks are active in publishing on LinkedIn, whether it's their posts, they're posting to Publisher, the blog tool there on LinkedIn, they're doing other things on LinkedIn. Heck, you can even share their profile on LinkedIn. Share their content. If it's somebody that you believe in, because if you're sharing their content, remember the implied endorsement that's going on on here. So you need to be sure that it's somebody you believe in, you're convinced they're a professional, you're convinced that it's not going to lead to anything um, negative, for the lack of a better term, on a Sunday afternoon. So you can share their content. And that's something we need to see more people doing on LinkedIn, including myself. So it's kind of some topics there to get the conversation started. What do you guys think? What do you gals think? Who might be watching this now or later when we record it for the YouTube upload? What are some things that you're doing outside of those four things to connect with other folks across LinkedIn? I'd love to hear about that in the comments to this video, the comments to the blog post, the comments when we publish this to LinkedIn Publisher. Share your strategy, share your thoughts of what's going on in the way that you're connecting your connections to possibly other connections. How are you professionally networking? How are you mingling? How are you mingling on LinkedIn? So let us know. Appreciate the support that y'all have been giving again as we go through this 31 days of LinkedIn. I think this is the 12th post out of 31 that we're doing here in December of 2015, and we do appreciate that. Any questions, comments, concerns about LinkedIn, send them our way. Again, the Rocket Group. I'm Gus Wagner, at Rocket Group on Twitter and here on Periscope. RocketGroupLLC.com is the website, and you'll find all of his blog content regarding the 31 days of LinkedIn and many, many more things that we've written about over the years on that blog page. If we can help you out with anything along the way, we'd be sure we're glad to have that discussion and have that opportunity. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I might write another one or two of these before the rain stops today on this Sunday. We'll talk to you soon.